Dagda agus tá fáilte romh is mis an scéala beag. Hello, and you're very welcome. I'm the little storyteller. I'm coming to you from a marathon session of Live at 5 today. And for the first time in quite a while, we have gone for over 2 hours. We've gone for 2.5 hours. And the reason was a community check-in. Um, we talk about various other topics, and we talk about our pagan practices, our spiritual practices. We talk about a lot of things in our groups, but I'm very privileged and honored that our group is also one where we can get real. We can talk about emotional impact. We can talk about the terrible things that are happening in the world and how we're managing. So what we have done today is we've given some extra time, and we've asked people to share where they are in this world, because a lot of our community is based in the United States, and we have cities tearing themselves apart. We have a government which has been constantly pushing for a militarized police force, now dealing with aggressive military action. And we have a people trying to rise up and stand to defend themselves or to call out injustice, being attacked in their hometowns. Now, we touched on, the good police and bad police and not all police, but it's far too many for it to be considered not a systematic issue. In the same way you could say, not all men. Okay, sure, but I'm one of the not all men. No, I'm not. I am a man, and I am part of the percentage who hasn't done anything deplorable, but that doesn't mean I'm not a man, and all of the numbers of men who have done deplorable things. And that's a problem. And like, the protests are calling out the wider systematic issues, and people are being attacked for it. People are being harmed for it and targeted. We had a good detailed review of what's gone on in Chicago, and it's tantamount to torture. People being handcuffed and put back in the wagon and kept there for like 6 hours. And then once they are processed, and allowed to leave, or improperly processed, the people who are there to support them on the way out are being intimidated by police forces. It's horrific. We have again, I'm in Ireland. I am very much removed from this, but my community, the people who are talking to me and have shared their stories with me today, have been directly impacted by this. And there's a fear, a very real fear, that, with the activation of the Insurrection Act, I believe it is, that military forces will be, deployed on their own soil. And that's horrific and scary. So this has been very real for a lot of us here, and a lot of our people all across the globe are experiencing, hurt and harm. And those who are kind of distant from it are still trying to do what they can with social activism work, either in social media or, with protests in whatever way they can. And some people are being aggressively targeted online, like abused in their social media places, or specifically triggered in order to kind of undermine the efforts that they're putting in to try and educate and help and call out injustice. It's been very upsetting. We've had people share direct stories from people of color. We've had people who have been direct abused in this circumstance. We've had people not in the States, in Canada, who have worked with Indigenous people there as well, who are also an oppressed or marginalized minority. This problem is global. The issue is everybody's issue. I don't know what the answer is. I wish I did. I honestly fucking wish I did. I could just reach in and make it all better for everyone. And maybe that's part of the answer. Because if people actually cared enough, they could do something, even in whatever way they can do it. Compassion, respect, kindness. That's what we work for here at Live at 5. That's what we do in our gatherings here. We accept everybody as they are. And hopefully, God's willing, or whatever, what starts here goes out into the world as well. So, wherever you are, whoever you are watching this, hearing my voice at this particular time, or any particular time in the future, know that you're worthy. Know that you're accepted. Know that you're valid. and know that you're loved, even if it is by a random Irishman on the internet. Gurab Magat. Thank you very much. Agus Slán. Goodbye.